Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Kara Melendi from Spiritual Goddesses, and I'm sharing with you today some of my top manifesting tips, as well as how I use astrology to attract more abundance into my experience. If you've been following my videos, you know that that is one of my go-to tools is astrology and connecting with cosmic energy, and that really helps you get in alignment and fully understand what co-creation is, and that this cosmic energy isn't something that just exists outside of you. This is something that exists within you. And I truly believe that's why more and more people are being drawn to astrology and appreciating it on a deeper level, as we recognize these archetypes and this energy within us, and we are all connected after all. So I'm excited to share more details on astrology and how I work with this. Say hi as you jump in. Let me know how you're doing. So yeah, say hi below, and also share your intentions for the week ahead. What are you manifesting this week? Each Monday, it's really good to look at what do I want to create in my experience this week. And I also ask that you share this out so we can get this information out there and help people really master manifestation and learn what it's all about, and going so much deeper than a lot of the manifestation tools that are out there. And this really happens when you connect with cosmic energy, when you step even further than manifestation into co-creation, and it just brings a whole new energy to it that I feel is very much connected with the divine feminine as well, and just puts you in that energy of ease and flow. So hello to Mira and Divya and Steph and Laura. How are you doing? Welcome, and Christy and Shannon. Oh, Shannon, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Giselle and Steph, welcome, beautiful ladies. Marla, definitely say hi below. It's so great to share this space with you. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in, because I know there's so many videos and so many things out there, and I really appreciate the support that you give and taking the time to hang out here. So the first tip I want to share before we dive more into the astrology piece and how I work with that is having an alignment practice. And that is key when it comes to manifestation, because it's our vibration that attracts things to us. It's our energy that attracts. So even if you feel you're going through the motions, you're putting in the effort, if your energy isn't in a place of alignment, you won't be getting the results. So some of my favorite practices for being in the space of alignment are a journaling practice. And I shared in my Goddess Sisterhood last night that I have journaled on and off throughout my life. Since I was a kid, I used to love to write as a kid. And in all honesty, it hasn't been a consistent practice, but it's been something I've done on and off. And I've used journaling in many different ways, from gratitude to simply challenging some of my belief systems that just weren't working for me, to tapping into what my ideal day is. And recently I've gotten back into a journaling practice and really use it to affirm what I'm creating, what I'm attracting into my life. So some of those things for me right now is I'm putting it out there to the universe that I want to travel more and do more retreats, train at retreats, speak at retreats. So when I'm journaling each day, I really tap into the energy of that and how it would feel if it's happening now. And the same for my soulmate clients, just really affirming that I'm attracting my soulmate clients who are going to benefit from the work that I do and get amazing results. So really tapping into that energy, that can be amazing for alignment. Now, another thing I do is listen to binaural beats or mantras. So let me know if you've heard of binaural beats. Sometimes it's called like paraliminal meditations as well, but it's really good for going like right to your subconscious. And that is where the change takes place and where we can really rewire our brain and our belief system. So I love to listen to like binaural beats, paraliminal meditations that really help me tap into the energy of what I'm creating in my day and sending that power out there to the universe, right? Because it's all about that alignment practice, and it really starts with your energy. I'm just going to take a moment to read these comments. And hi, Rosen, how are you? Marla saying hello to everybody. Yes, and Betsy and Kim. You are welcome, Betsy. I love to share. Honestly, I feel like I'm such a teacher at heart. Like when I learn something, right away, I just want to share it out. I feel like knowledge is meant to be shared. We're meant to circulate it. When we learn, we share. Christy's saying, yes, do them almost daily. Awesome. So powerful. Hi, Katie. How are you? I'm looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow, Katie. Yeah, so having an alignment practice, that can be journaling, that can be listening to like paraliminal meditations. It can also be EFT or tapping. That's a great way to like clear out your energetic field with anything that isn't working and to call in what is. And I think it's important to have that set up like sometime in the morning. And that really just sets the tone for how your day plays out. So you don't have to be like rigid with this practice, but if you have some kind of routine with it, it can really pave the way for the rest of the day. So another tip that I want to share, one of my favorite things when it comes to manifestation, is going deeper than manifestation alone and looking at co-creation. And what I mean by that is working with cosmic energy, working with astrology, working with the wisdom that comes from that, and also connecting with my angels and with my guides. And the Akashic Records has been a way that I've been able to tap into collective consciousness, really connect with that energy, the goddess energy as well. And of course, astrology is a way to do that too. So let me know below I'm sure we have astrology lovers here. If you follow me, you probably love astrology, but if you work with the moon cycles or the moon phases, let me know in the comments, because that is key for using astrology to attract more abundance, is learning to follow the lunar cycles and getting in flow with that. And that has made a huge difference in my life in really stepping into the energy of co-creation, and that I don't have to rely on my strength alone. I don't have to do this alone, that I am supported. And just the process of following the lunar cycles, it really brings you through the stages of setting your intentions and taking the time to recharge your energy as well. And that's what we do around the time of the new moon. It's a time for setting intentions. It's a time for recharging your energy. It's a time to go within and really take a look on a soul level. What do I want to manifest? What do I want to create on my life on a deep soul level? And then working from the new moon phases, it can be divided into 8 different phases. For today, I'm just going to talk about the 4 main phases of the moon cycle and how you can align with that. So after the new moon, it starts to build up, and it's like a waxing moon as we're building up to the full moon again. And it's during that time that you can start to put these practices into place. So that's where you start to take action on your new projects, and you start to gain energy as well, because since we are connected with the cosmos, and let me know if you've experienced this, but often when there is a new moon, our energy is low. Like our intuitive abilities are at their highest, but our physical energy is at the lowest. And it's this invitation from the universe to slow down, to go within, to take that time to recharge. And then it gradually builds as we lead up to the full moon again. And that's when you're starting to put things into motion, putting things in, like launching new projects, launching new programs. If you're going on vacation, like planning those trips, that's the time to do those types of activities. And then when we're at the time of the full moon, that is when our energy can be at the highest, and it's really about connection. It's about seeing the fruition of our hard work and what we put into motion, and really being grateful for that, and at the same time taking a look at what isn't working and releasing what isn't working in your life. The full moon's that opportunity to release. And then after the full moon, we step into the phase of the waning moon, where we're working up again to the new moon cycle. And that's where it's an amazing time to declutter, to wrap up different projects. And as you work with these phases, it's so much easier to attract abundance, because you're not working against the energy. You're in harmony with it. You're in flow. So let me know if this is resonating. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. Hello, Anne-Marie and Krista. Great to have you here. And Rolene, welcome, beautiful goddess. So let me know if that is resonating with you. And I actually have a free gift on this as well. So comment below if you want access to the free gift, or probably even better, just reach out in a personal message and say, I'm interested in your free astrology gift, and I'd be happy to pass that along. And it goes into more depth into like manifesting with these moon phases, as well as working with the different elements of the zodiac. So fire, water, earth, and air, and how we can really tap into those elements and start to recognize what ones are dominant within ourselves and what ones are we lacking. Like when I do, and there's so much depth to a chart, so this can be like a very kind of general overview. But for people that have trouble really getting grounded, or they find they're getting like a lot of creative ideas, but they're having difficulty grounding the idea, there can be a lack of the element earth in the chart. So that can be a key for you. Like, okay, I need to spend more time in nature. I need to spend more time really grounding. So as part of this free gift, Giselle is interested. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So just comment below, Christy as well, or send a message, because sometimes I try to get to all the comments after, because I honestly love to read them and answer your questions, but sometimes it's easier just to reach out as well. Krista, always enlightening information. I love gifts. Yes, I love giving gifts. So this will really help you in manifesting with those cycles of the moon and working with the elements. And even if you don't know your birth chart, although when we talk about like manifesting with astrology, if you haven't had your chart done, reach out, because I do offer readings and I would love to do that for you. And when you know like your soul blueprint, you know the energy you're working with, you get a deeper appreciation of your life purpose, all that stuff. But if you haven't had that done yet, this free gift will still help you in recognizing like what are the elements that are dominant in your chart. If you tend to be like very intuitive or very sensitive, you probably have a lot of water energy. You have a lot of planets in the element of water. So it's really cool to begin to recognize how these different energies play out within you, your unique balance of energies. Because some of them as well, some of the signs of the zodiac are more related to this divine feminine energy, and some are more the divine masculine. So as you learn these components and these archetypes, you start to gain a deeper appreciation of what that balance looks like for you. And when it comes to manifesting, you begin to tap into what your strengths are and what makes you naturally magnetic and people naturally drawn to you, right? And what are some of the challenges? And when you know that within yourself, sometimes we can transform our challenges into our biggest strengths. So when it comes to astrology, just to review that, working with the lunar cycles, start to follow and align your schedule with the moon cycles, and start to gain a deeper appreciation for your birth chart, for your energy that you are working with this lifetime. We choose our astrology when we come into this physical body. You choose the lessons that you know you're here to learn. And within each of our charts, there's some challenging components as well, where we said, okay, like I'm coming forward because I want to learn this lifetime, whether it's learning to be assertive or learning how to exist in harmony in relationships, learning how to master money and working with finances. We all come in with different lessons that we're working with, and we also come in with gifts that we've mastered. And that's why certain things in our life we can manifest so easily, and other things are a little more challenging. That can even be revealed within your birth chart as well, why some of those challenges may be happening, and the natural strengths that you have to help you overcome those challenges. Katie's saying, that's me, only earth I have is my rising, but my husband helps me a lot with all his earth energy. Yeah, sometimes, Katie, we're drawn to people that have like elements that we're lacking in our chart as well. Like for me, I don't have any planets in air signs. I do have Chiron, the wounded healer, in Gemini, but I don't have any planets there. And I'm really drawn to people that have a lot of that energy in their chart. So it's interesting how we kind of sense that, and we seek out people that kind of are like making up for what we don't have in our chart, or we're really drawn to that energy. And Laura would love the free gift. Awesome. I will make sure you guys get that for sure. Hi, Laura and Natalie and Allison. Katie, I have one other sign in Chiron. Yes. And Arity, Andrea. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. So, okay, so just to kind of give a review so far for manifestation, my favorite tips: do your alignment practice, do something each day that gets you in that high vibe energy place. You know what, and like even as I say this can be like doing nature walks. This might be dancing for you. It doesn't necessarily need to be like the mantras or the journaling, but you want to recognize what that is for you and make it a daily practice. So the second one, use astrology, know your birth chart, manifest with the moon cycles. And the last thing I really want to mention is, what is the last thing? Your belief system, so important. So looking at those core beliefs, and this has always been a big one for me with like a background in psychology and studying cognitive therapy, which helped me so much throughout my life, and even like managing feelings of anxiety. And it's helped me tremendously to really be able to step back and take a look at what my core belief systems are. So one way, there's many ways you can become aware of this, but one way you can really become aware of what those core subconscious beliefs are is to look at the language that you use. So what is the wording that you use? And we cannot outperform our belief system. So this is why it's so crucial to know what your beliefs are in all different areas. And looking at your beliefs in terms of finances or money, if you're working on manifesting more money, a good place to start is to look at your beliefs about it. Do you believe that it can flow to you with ease? Or do you believe it has to be a challenge? Do you believe it is your birthright to be in prosperity? Or do you believe you have to work really hard for it? And the good thing about a belief is you can always change it. We are not stuck with our beliefs, but once we can be if we're not aware of them, but once you become aware, it opens up the door for transformation to take place and to begin challenging that. And it can be the same in relationships. Like maybe you've mastered money and attracting money, but for you it's relationships and attracting those soulmate partners, or maybe you find you're attracting relationships that just aren't in alignment with your highest good, or just are manifesting relationships where there's a lot of tension or difficulties. Go back to your belief system. What is the belief that you're holding on to about your ability to attract harmonious relationships? It really all comes back to that. And once you know those core beliefs, you can begin to shift the ones that aren't working for you, or you can begin to let that go. And I honestly think astrology can help with that as well. As you learn about these different energies, the different zodiac signs, you start to learn how to really connect with people on a deeper level, and you start to learn more about yourself. So this is why I love astrology. I feel like everything can kind of relate back to that and working with that energy. Natalie loves manifesting with moon cycles. Isn't it powerful, Natalie? It truly is life-changing when it comes to bringing in more abundance. And it may sound like something so simple, but it really just gets you in touch with this cosmic energy, the energy of co-creation, realizing you are one with the cosmos. You are meant to work in harmony with these rhythms of nature, and it does. You'll find you're bringing in more abundance. You're finding that you'll have more energy, that you can just be more intentional in what you're manifesting and creating. Truly a game changer. Laura, hello goddess, and Ashley and Sloan. So those are my main tips for you today. And if you follow me as well, you probably know that I'm certified in the Akashic Records too. So when I talk about cosmic energy, and we can access that in the space of the Akashic Records, but also in that space, you can start to work with the goddess energy. You can start to work with your angels as well. So to really leave you with that before I wrap this up is recognizing that there's so much support out there for you, and that you did come into this lifetime with a soul purpose and with certain gifts and a certain message that you are meant to share with the world. And you're not meant to do that alone, and you don't have to do that alone. So when you connect with the support from your spirit team and from your angels and your guides and this beautiful goddess energy that's there for you, it becomes easier to manifest when you realize that it's meant to be easy and that it's meant to be natural. And even though there may be challenges, that you're meant to rise above those challenges. So keep that in mind in your manifesting. And I'd love for you to continue sharing below what tip resonated with you the most. What are you going to start to apply today and implement in your life? And for those who jumped in a little bit later, if you want access to the free gift that I'm offering, you can send me a personal message on Facebook or comment below and say, I'm interested in your free astrology gift. And that'll be a beautiful start for you in manifesting with cosmic energy. And if you do want to go deeper with astrology, I do offer readings as well, and that's a really good place to start to know your birth chart really well, know the energies you're working with. That alone will make an amazing difference in your life and your ability to really manifest abundance and prosperity. So thank you so much for spending time hanging out today, sending love and light to you all, and wishing you an incredible week ahead. Bye for now.